Brian Rector, head football coach, Centennial High School, matching up with the Franklin Rebels this week. Week 10 finale, battle for second place in our district. So there's a lot riding on this game. We were able to, a couple of years ago, get our first win against them in school history, so we're still trying to make this a rivalry and make Centennial somebody that can be talked about in football in Middle Tennessee. And didn't work out real well for us at all last year. Took it on the chin in 2013. Obviously, we're hoping 2014 is a little different.
You spent some time here, obviously, in Williamson County, left for a little while, came back here. How'd you end up here at Centennial?
Well, basically, I left Ravenwood and went to Western Kentucky University as a graduate assistant football coach, doing running backs and then or offensive line, then running backs in my second year. Got to learn the college game, the college lifestyle, things of that nature. Didn't necessarily agree with me, at the time. The opportunity to improve upon and build a program that's been around for a while, like Centennial, was something that really, at the time, it just felt like it was calling me. It appealed to me in a big way. And here we are, 4 years later, trying to see if we can't, go 9-1.
When it comes to being a coach, coaching at the college ranks versus the high school ranks, tell me a little bit about the differences there, what you got to deal with.
Sure. Well, there's a lot of differences. It's all still ball, but you get to do a whole lot more football in college. You concentrate quite a bit, obviously, on football. In high school, it's about a lot of relationships. There's a lot of football, but, when it comes to being, especially a high school head coach, you're fundraising, you're organizing events, you're a weight coach as well. I didn't so much as organize a workout or do anything like that in college. It was literally all football, no fundraising, no this, no that. So there's good and bad to both. But at the end of the day, at the high school game, you're building relationships and you're having an effect on kids, and that's what pretty much is the big thing I missed about it.
All right, you had former players go all around. You got Emmanuel Hall going to Missouri. Your Kentucky roots, you're here in Tennessee. Who do you root for on Saturday? Oh,
that's a great question. You know what? I just root for good games. I honestly, if Kentucky was playing anybody else in college football and doing well, I'd probably want to see them do well, because that would be where the roots are.
What's the Rector family do for fun?
Yeah, the Rector family for fun, we watch football. Can you believe that? It's unbelievable. Our son's in football. We go to his football games, his basketball games in the spring and summer. We go to his baseball games. Occasionally we like to find a friend or a family member that has a lake house and maybe go do that. But other than that, we just enjoy, having kids around the house, having families around the house, things of that nature. I'm from a large family. I'm the youngest of 8 kids, so it's not real hard to find a Rector gathering within a couple-hour time span going on.
Name 3 country music stars.
Jason Aldean, Luke Bryan, and I'll go with Tim McGraw.
What's the strangest thing? It could be a play, for example. What's the strangest thing you ever shouted from the sideline?
Whenever it was an obvious hold, I shouted to a referee that the kid didn't mean to. Didn't go over real well. The penalty was still enforced. I don't know why.
What's your favorite movie?
Tombstone, hands down. I'm your Huckleberry.
Who's your favorite athlete of all time?
My favorite athlete of all time is probably, it's a toss-up between actually a basketball player and a football player. Football player, honestly, I'd have to say is Ronnie Lott. I just grew up idolizing Ronnie Lott and his toughness and the way he played the safety position. And then basketball, of course, it's Michael Jordan. Who doesn't love MJ?
This Centennial team got off to the best start in school history. Explain, I guess, what makes them special and how they keep it going.
Well, they're playing as a team, and regardless of what the record is, if you're playing as a team, working as a team, taking responsibility for actions on, off the field, etc., it makes it an enjoyable group to coach. And we've had that all year, and I'm really proud of it. Well, favorite Centennial football memory. There's been quite a few. Obviously, wins over Franklin and Brentwood rank up there at the top, just because of what I was able to do after the game was actually sit back and sort of just survey the student body, watch the fan reaction, watch how the kids interacted with one another. That was really special to be able to do that.
What's it mean to you to be the Centennial football coach here?
Well, you know, at the end of the day, we're all about courage, commitment, and character. And when you're doing what we do as a coach, including every one of these assistant coaches behind me, you know, you're not in it for the money, you're not in it for the glamour, you're not in it for the glory. You're in it for the relationships, and because you just love the game and you love being around the kids. And you know, I think every high school football coach is probably built that way, to be honest with you, because there's so much that goes into it, so much time and planning and time away from family and whatnot. Your family's pretty much, they coach with you. I know my wife Harpreet and my two kids, Tucker and Gabby, they're pretty much part of this program as well.